episode 4. Last week of work this week. Just got a few meetings to go. And I think in the meetings we'll have like a few little celebrations and stuff as well, which should be fun. I've just walked over, instead of eating my lunch in the office today, I walked over and got a coffee. And gonna eat meal number 1 for the day. Today is a non-training day. So push the meals back, start eating around this time, which is it's like 11 a.m. Also going to talk you through the new meal plan. So this is day 4 of the new meal plan that we kind of changed after my body weight stalled last week, and it's been going all right. Hunger is a little bit higher, but it's still manageable. On training days, meal number 1, 200 grams of chicken, 75 to 100 grams of mixed vegetables. Then meal number 2 is 100 grams of pumpkin, 200 grams of chicken and mixed vegetables. Meal 3 on a training day, 150 grams of sweet potato. Actually put it up to 300 grams of chicken and mixed veggies. Then meal 4 is exactly the same as meal 3. And then meal 5, the last meal of the day on a training day, is 60 grams of oats, 30 grams of almond butter. And I'm going to talk to Isaac about switching the chicken to egg whites. Also have some like raspberries, but in total throughout the day, 300 grams of raspberries as my fruit. Then on a non-training day like today, first meal of the day is just 200 grams of chicken and mixed veggies. Meal 2 is exactly the same. Then meal 3 and 4 is actually salmon. So in total, 350 grams altogether of salmon, I think, with just mixed veggies. Then the last meal of the day on a non-training day is Greek yogurt, 400 grams of Greek yogurt, a scoop of whey protein, again 300 grams of frozen berries throughout the day on a non-training day. So yeah, that non-training day is very, very low carb, just trace carbs from the fruits and the vegetables and things like that. And then I will check in on Saturday and hopefully the body weight goes down. Also this weekend, well, I guess next week actually it'll be, but in this video you'll see me go to what they're calling the best gym in Shanghai. So it's a gym called Mars Pro. I'm gonna go down there on Monday. That gym is right on the Bund, so I'll be right in the center of the city. So I'll show you a little bit of that in this video too. But yeah, drop a comment. It's good for the algorithm. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you think of these videos. I love hearing the feedback. Love hearing any support that you got as well. Hope you enjoy this one. There you go, that's the look from this past weekend. I'm on the subway here, so hopefully you can hear me. I'll talk into the microphone. Big movement on the scale, which is great. I was delighted to see that, especially after the changes that we made to the plan. So we'll not really change too much this week and hopefully get some good results again next week. In terms of how I'm looking, hard to say because I was pretty flat. But I think my midsection is looking a bit tighter. And you know what, one thing is it's so damn cold out in that balcony, which I do think actually affects how I look. But the one thing that Isaac likes about that is that it makes me look worse, so it means that we actually push a bit harder. So yeah, that's the look from this past weekend on the subway, heading into the city now, and I will catch you when I get to that big gym. Alright, Alright, here we are. I think that's it over there in the corner. On the app, it's called Dianping. You can get like little deals and stuff, so you can get a day pass for 89 RMB, which is about 9 quid. So hopefully that works, and we can get in for pretty cheap. McDonald's, Thai food, some little outdoor seatings. And then over there is the gym. Alright, we're in. Let's take a look around. Kind of a lot of just random machines. A couple chests. So I'm actually going to train push today. I think I mentioned that I was going to do pull. I'm actually going to do push. So I'll keep an eye out for a few nice chest machines that I want to use. Yeah, first impressions, it looks alright. A lot of equipment, just a lot of random equipment. It's pretty standard for China. They don't really organize their gyms very nicely. They just kind of buy as much stuff as they can and just chuck it in there. But yeah, it looks cool. So we'll do a push workout and I'll film it and I'll do a little voiceover over the top of it. I'll just kind of show you the first set of each exercise. Welcome to the voiceover. So yeah, big movement on the scale this past Saturday, which was really good to see. Down to 108 kilos, so a couple kilo dropped, which is great. So this is into the second week of the new meal plan with the lower calories, and I really need to make the most of my mornings. Whenever I wake up, I feel pretty good. I feel rested, feel refreshed, but it does hit me around 2 p.m., 3 p.m. where my energy really does take a hit. So what I'm trying to do is get as much as I can do done in the mornings, get my fasted cardio done, get as many steps in as I can, and I'm trying to eat at least 2 meals and then go do my workouts. So today is the push workout, and I'll run you through it. I just started with some activation and some tricep movements to get the elbows warmed up, and then moved into this chest press, which was really nice. I actually really enjoyed this chest machine. So it was quite light in the stretch and then heavier at the top of the movement, so heavier in the contraction, which made for a really nice feel. And it converges as well. That's one thing that I do look for. If the chest press doesn't converge, I do have a hard time connecting with my chest. So I always look for the converging press movement. Then moving on to this machine, the shoulder side delt raise. It was a Cybex machine. I always see people on YouTube using Cybex and they rate it pretty highly, especially the Cybex hack squat. I always see a lot of guys talking about that. So this was a Cybex side raise machine, and pretty heavy at the top. For shoulder and arm movements, I've kept the volume the same. Still doing 3 sets at least for both of those. But for the bigger movements, I've dropped volume down to 2 sets. Still keeping the weight quite heavy like you saw in that first chest press, just to try and keep as much strength as I can. Then moving on to this tricep seated dip. What was cool about this, I've never tried this before, is they had a seat belt as well as the knee lock. So you're actually strapped in pretty well there. It didn't really move too much, which was nice. Usually don't like these seated dips, but because it had that seat belt and the extra lock, it felt really good, and I tried to keep it a little bit heavier with this one. You can see I'm wearing quite a lot of layers. It's so cold in Shanghai, I can't tell you. I don't know if it's so cold or if it's just because I'm losing body fat and I can't get warm, but for whatever reason these days, I just feel so cold. It takes me like 30 minutes to warm up in the gym, even when I'm training. You can see I've stripped the layer off here, so I did start to warm up this one. This was another nice movement. This kind of fly, which is nice. Heavy at the top again, and just focusing on that contraction. One thing that I really try to do is keep the chest nice and high and push the biceps into the chest. Try and touch the biceps together. Don't really think too much about my hands in this, and it's more about my biceps coming together rather than my hands coming together, which makes for a really nice squeeze. You can see the boys in the back getting it in. Wasn't too many people there at this time. I was training around, I think it was like 3:30 I got there. Not really too many other people there. But I think there are some pretty serious guys and girls who do go to this gym, which is cool to see. Fitness culture is definitely growing in China, but it's still not matched even to the likes of Japan or Thailand and things like that. Like, you go to the convenience stores in those countries and you get protein snacks and stuff. Protein snacks not really a thing here in China yet. Then moving on to this decline chest press, really nice again. I actually enjoyed this a lot. I should have probably went a little bit heavier with this because I got quite a few reps, but it had a really nice feeling. Just a nice decline movement, nice and smooth. You'll hear me talk about it at the end of this voiceover, but one change that Isaac did make this week is to add a little bit extra carbs on one upper body day. So I chose to do that today for this push workout, and actually really paid off. Helped me a lot, felt a lot stronger, got a much better pump, and like I was saying, I did actually feel a little bit warmer come the end of the workout. Then finishing up towards the end of the workout here, a little bit extra shoulders. So I was just supersetting this cuffed side raise with a tricep push down, single arm tricep push down. These cuff side raises are really good, keeps the tension on that side delt all the time. And if you kind of line it up there level with where your wrist comes down to, you don't need to lean or anything like that. The tension will always be on that side delt. Creates a good stimulus. And then, yeah, like I said, into the single arm tricep push down. Trying to keep the tricep close to the body and get back as far as possible there, and just feel that stretch as well at the top. So yeah, overall, nice gym. Kind of standard for China, where everything's just jumbled up and there's no real order to how they lay the gym out. They just got so many different pieces from so many different brands. Some brands that you hear of, like they had the Hammer Strength, the Panatas, but then you get the weird brands that you see in China, like that first chest press that I used was called like Future Fitness or something like that. But sometimes they can be pretty good, like in that occasion. And then last exercise of the day is just rear delts. So I try and keep on top of the rear delts. Feel like it could be overlooked at times, the rear delt, but I do think it creates a really nice look, especially when you hit that side chest and you got that rear delt sticking out at the back. It creates what they say the really 3D look, I suppose. So try and keep on top of those as much as possible. And I don't mind getting a little bit of trap into it as well, because I do need that as well for the back thickness. Alright, and that's the workout. Got the camera set up here. Let's go for the real Samsulik pose down. And get the contrast or whatever it is, exposure. Turn down a little bit. Isaac gave me a little bit extra carbs, so one upper body workout per week, a little bit extra carbs just for gym performance, and it really helped. Really enjoyed that session today. I felt a lot stronger, much better pump once I got warmed up. It takes me forever. It's so cold in Shanghai still. Let's see. I feel like Sam. Take the shirt off. Not sure if it's acceptable or not, but there's not many people here, so it might be okay. Still a little flat. Chest not really popping too much, but feel good. Tricep Little V in there. I think on stage, when I hit side chest, I'm gonna go this left side. Oh, chest looks alright there. Damn. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this left side. You only need to do one side on the stage. Even though my right side is my technically stronger side, my left leg I think looks better than my right leg for whatever reason. So there you go. That was Mars Pro Gym here in Shanghai by the Bund. It was a good workout. I really enjoyed that. A lot of good equipment. I actually noticed there's a lot of good back equipment, a lot of nice chest supported rows and stuff. So I might come back again and do a pull workout here. But yeah, good session. I brought meal 3 and 4 with me. So I'm gonna eat that, but I gotta go do 45 minutes of incline walking first, 45 minutes cardio for the second cardio session of the day, and that's it. I'll check in with you tomorrow, show you about my favorite coffee street here in Shanghai. Catch you then. Good morning. So it's Tuesday today. I stayed down here last night after going to the gym. Just got like a cheap little hotel because I live quite far away actually from the city, and I do like it. I like living out there. It's really quiet and my routine is pretty logged in. I don't really do too much else apart from going to work and going to the gym these days. But whenever I do come down into the city, I really enjoy it. It's a really nice buzz. Shanghai is a super cool city. There's a lot going on, a lot of things to do. Take a look here where I'm getting the steps in this morning. Not a bad view. Decent. And then here is the Huangpu River. Over there, that's the Nanpu Bridge. Like I said in the video, try to do as much as possible early morning because that's when I feel good. Don't know why, I feel really energetic in the mornings these days. And then I'll go back to the hotel, probably have a little nap, and then I'll head over to the coffee street that I like this afternoon. Walked along a little bit further, and then there you are. You're coming along to the famous view of Shanghai. You actually got to keep going a little bit further, and you get the real kind of like touristy picture that everyone takes. It's really nice. Doesn't get old. Really doesn't get old, that skyline. But I'm gonna cut back down onto the street over there and head back to the hotel, eat meal 1, take a little nap, and go get a coffee. Yeah. Sneak peek at all the delicious food that I cannot eat. Damn. That looks good. Hảo, 可以到了吗？好嘞。
那个按钮按一下，它这个按钮。
哦，OK，好，好，谢谢，拜拜。We have arrived. So this is the street I was telling you about. It's called Yongkanglu. This is what it looks like. I'll take a walk along the street here and then I'll find a little place to stop and get a coffee. Sure, you even got a nice little Irish bar. The Blarney Stone as well. Oh, this one is cool. So this is actually a coffee shop. You order the coffee somehow and then a monster is in that hole. I'll try and find a video and put it on.
我们都在平凡的日子里拼命挣扎，拼命想活成别人期待的人啊。
I don't know what's going on here. Got some videography going on. Little photo shoot. Hey, 你好。Morning. 可以买咖啡吗？
可以。
热的美式可以。
好，喜欢深烘还是浅烘？
哦，这个。好嘞。
在这里喝。
Just on the Americanos these days. Can't really be too adventurous with the lattes and flat whites like that. But we'll get there. There'll come a time where they can come back. So yeah, this is Yongkanglu. Really nice little street. Actually, one of the teachers, you might saw her really quickly on the little video at the beginning of this one. One of the teachers that I work with live on this street. Wow, okay. 谢谢. Gotta show you this. It looks nice. Cigarettes aren't mine. But nice coffee. Yeah, like I was saying, one of the teachers I work with, Miss Dang, she actually lives on this street. So you got all the coffee shops on the bottom, and then above it these are actually apartments that people live in. So it'd be a really cool street to live in. But the school that I work at, where Miss Dang also works, is a long way away from here. So she got to travel back and forward every morning. But I think she likes it. That's episode 4. I'm just going to outro the video by talking a little bit about my frame of mind and how I'm feeling. So hunger is really not an issue at the minute. In fact, I need to be careful. Like, I don't want to get hunger confused with low energy. Low energy is something that I got to deal with, but hunger is not the issue right now. So I'm feeling good. I was really happy with that drop in weight. Hopefully that continues. And now that I'm off work, I'll be able to conserve my energy a lot more, take little naps throughout the day. Mindset is really important. I feel like no matter what your goal is, no matter how extreme it is, if you can get in the right frame of mind, it'll make it 10 times easier. That's something that I have realized I'm quite good at, is flicking a switch and getting into a mindset. But one thing I want to be better at is kind of having that mindset continuously on instead of just flicking that switch. Like before I started this diet, I was in my bulking phase and it went well, but it could have been better. And maybe it was because I didn't have that goal. When I have that goal and I flick the switch, then I'm in it. But I want to become better at just continuously having that on. And I was talking with a friend actually recently about just how I'm enjoying this process, and the way I described it is that it feels freeing. And that sounds weird because bodybuilding is like super restrictive. You can only eat certain things and there's a lot of things that you can't do. But the way I kind of think about it is that I have this goal that I want to meet and I know exactly what I need to do to meet that goal. So it means that you don't have options and you don't have choices. You get up and you do what you need to do to meet your goal, and you don't need to make decisions. And for me, that's really freeing. Like, you get up, you got to do your cardio. There's no option. If you want to meet your goal, you have to do the cardio. You get up and you eat your meals. You don't have choices of what you're going to eat. You're going to eat meal 1, you're going to eat meal 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you want to get to the goal that you have, that's what you got to do. So there's no need to think about these things. It sounds weird because it's kind of like bodybuilding is super restrictive, but that's how I feel about it, and I think that's why I'm really enjoying this process. And it brings you happiness and enjoyment from little things, little small things like going and getting this coffee. I love going and getting a coffee these days, especially when it's a nice coffee like this on a nice little street. So yeah, that's a little bit where I'm at. I'm in a good frame of mind, especially now that I'm on holiday, and I'm ready to to stay locked in and keep it rolling. Got a lot of ideas that I want to jump on off the back of this bodybuilding show. I don't want to just do the show and then that's it. I want to really build something off of doing this show and putting a lot of effort into it. And I want to continue putting effort into not only bodybuilding but other things that might come from that after the show. So yeah, that is episode 4. Hope you enjoyed this one. As always, please drop a comment, like the video, share the video if you want to, subscribe if you want to, all that good stuff, you know. I've really been enjoying making these videos, making the YouTube content, and people have been reaching out to me, and it's been really nice. I really appreciate all the support and all the messages that people have sent to me. Tag me in your stories, on your Instagram stories if you're watching. I'd love to see it, and I'd love to hear what you think. I got a bit of a surprise coming in episode 5. Might be a slightly different location than Shanghai. I'll keep it under wraps. I'll keep you waiting. Keep the suspense building for that one. But yeah, I'll catch you in episode 5. Hope you enjoy this one, and catch you in the next one.